Welcome to Last Kobold Standing, where there's always a werebear who lives upstairs.
That was pretty good.
I'm Maddy, playing August.
I'm Ulises, playing Sirad Ish.
I'm Jordan, playing Sarah.
And I'm Adam, playing Ruckus.
And I'm Chris, playing Lee, the mysterious redheaded lady who's standing off on a ledge overlooking a forest as you all stepped back for a moment to talk about things.
Talk about how spooky this lady is.
Yeah, it is pretty spook. Pretty spook.
Pretty spook.
So, once again, in the huddle, leaning into everyone. So, what do y'all think about this? It's a little odd.
I think she looks really nice. I really like her so far.
And it's
yes,
true, she does look pretty nice. She looks a little bit older and like battle worn, but she's a hardy looking lady.
She looks like a hardy lady, like
Okay.
really sturdy.
I'm torn. I'm torn because she reminds me of several grandmothers that I know, but this also does seem like a very sketchy situation.
And she is leaning out over the edge of this lip, like looking down to the forest, leaning out further than most people would be willing to over over 100-foot drop.
Is there like a gust of wind that's like pushing her up so she could just like lean over really, really far?
She has a hand on the ceiling, on the rock ceiling of the cave above her, and so it's like using that to hold on.
This lady is stressing me out, guys.
I think we should just be friends with her.
Well, Ruckus,
Yeah? That's me.
I don't know if she is a friend. I think she might be a monster. I think she might be a monster. I think she's a monster.
Well, I tried the scanner, and the scanner said she was a human woman. Did the scanner say she was a human woman?
Yes.
Okay, the scanner said she was a human woman.
She's given us no reason not to trust her so far.
Oh.
Except for the real spooky behavior.
Well, I guess that's just my prejudice talking.
Is this a character moment for you? Is Sarah really prejudiced against humans?
Sarah is a human.
She's a half-elf, you racist.
What? Oh, she is a half-elf now. She was a human originally.
No.
I thought you said she was a human originally.
Now this is
No, I
your
was thinking about
prejudice
it.
talking.
Okay.
You're the one, yeah.
I've been imagining Sarah as a human.
Who's got racist egg on their face now?
Racist egg from the racist chicken. Chris, make a note of the racist chicken for a monster to encounter.
I mean, I think it's in the room with you right now.
Yeah, I think we should be. What's her name? Hey!
Lee. Her name was Lee.
Lee?
She said her name already,
She
Ruckus.
said yes.
What's your name?
My name's Lee.
Hi, Lee. I'm Ruckus.
We went through this, Ruckus.
You know what?
I think if you listen to the previous episode, hi Lee, I'm Ruckus.
Hello, Ruckus. Is one of your parents here? Can I talk to them?
My parents, they don't really like me anymore, so it's gonna be really tough to find them for this.
I'm gonna step forward a little bit, and I do want to double check on this insight for Lee. She's trying to grift us by beating us.
Didn't we do that last time too?
Well, I don't remember what that number was,
I don't remember her name was. But
and that's okay because I got
Said it a couple times. Good session.
7. So I don't. She seems nice.
Yeah, she does seem nice.
I already tried the monster scanner, and the monster scanner did not do me much good.
Well, I'm sorry, everyone. I guess I was just being real prejudiced. So I guess we're going down?
Is there a way down? This looks just like I believe you said earlier, a potato chip hanging off of the ceiling, Christopher?
Yes. That
A
would
rocky
be,
potato chip?
yeah, just a thin piece of ground hanging down from the ceiling above the forest. There's a long drop to get down there. You aren't just hopping
Yeah,
off that and surviving.
I think the way down is through that nasty eyeball tunnel.
Well,
I'm not inclined
taking
to go
a page
down
from
the
Ruckus's
eyeball
book.
tunnel.
Hey, Lee! How do we get down?
I don't know. It's up to you. I'm not your mom.
Don't you live down there?
No, I live like somewhere totally else entirely.
What? Hold on.
Sorry,
Well, we had the wrong idea here.
Wow, I really did have my prejudice egg.
What?
on
Am
my
I
face.
just some
What?
sort of elevator operator here to take you down to the
No,
forest?
No, I assumed you lived down there, and as such, you would know the way to get back to the place that you live, and like you just hang out up here, and I can see that I was not correct in that assumption, and now I look very silly, and I feel very silly.
Oh no, I just flew in.
What?
Hmm?
What?
Oh yeah, no, I just cast fly on myself and like flew in. So I mean, if you can cast fly, then I guess you can.
Are you a wizard, if you mind my asking?
And she takes her hand.
August.
She takes her hand off the ceiling and like floats up a little bit off the ground. Like, I mean, I guess I don't know. I never really studied much though.
Oh, you're one of them sorcerer folk.
Or a
I can
warlock.
respect that. I can
warlock.
respect
Could be a
that.
warlock.
Yeah. I can respect that. Natural talent over book learning. I get that.
Would you like to join us for dinner?
What are you going to be having for dinner?
What are we gonna be having?
Here we go.
I'm
How nice.
hungry.
Well, if you join us for dinner, it would be 1 lizard steak for each of us, or lizard burger. I haven't decided. Along with some bugs I have in my pot.
I think I'll skip this one.
Suit yourself.
So next one, you'll come to our next dinner then. It's a potluck, so you better bring something.
You know what? Sure, Ruckus.
Yay!
Sure, I will come to your next dinner. Do you know whereabouts you'll be?
I'm not entirely sure whereabouts we are, so
I was gonna bring
That is
oranges.
unclear. Yes, where are you keeping those oranges?
I have a whole pack full of them. I pull out an orange, rip
Is
it.
that-
Wait, have I already done that with Lee? I already did. I already did that with Lee.
Did you give her more
no,
orange?
No, she already has an orange. Did I
Is
do
that
it?
pot just full of oranges? Is that all you have in there?
It's only got a few. Only a few left now.
Okay. That is a lot of oranges.
To answer your question, Lee, we will probably be either lost in the rocks behind or above us, or we will somehow make it down to the forest that you so kindly pointed out to us.
Okay, you know what? If I come across you again, then I'll definitely join you for dinner. And I'll bring something of my own too, like a potluck.
Yay!
Much obliged.
You said, Chris, you said it was a 300-foot drop, correct?
Something like that. My numbers have been a little bit wonky in the past. I'm afraid to commit. Yeah, something like a 300-foot drop.
Writers never know distances.
So
true,
yeah.
still too far because we would only have 200 feet of rope between the 4 of us.
Oh, it's true.
I'm sorry, you're
Also-
assuming I carry rope. I
Do
do
you
not have
carry
rope.
rope?
I don't have
What?
You have an explorer's
Oh
pack?
no!
rope. No, I just brought my cooking pack.
Oh no!
I never
What?
used rope in the kitchen.
That's fair.
That is a
No,
fair...
it isn't. You do use rope in the
Fair.
kitchen.
What
For
do you use rope in
what?
a kitchen
Well,
for?
that's more string.
Sure, but you know, sometimes you get really big burlap sacks that you need to tie shut with rope. Maybe they have a cat in them or something.
What?
I don't know what he cooks.
Is this Adam or Ruckus?
This is
Yes?
Adam. This is purely
Okay, this
Adam.
is
You
Adam.
know the difference. This is Ruckus.
Also, I do want to point out that there were giant birds, rocks,
Oh, yeah.
flying around
Right,
Yeah, there were.
in the airspace.
Oh, I can talk to them.
What?
I can also talk to them.
Oh, can y'all
You
speak
can?
with animals?
Yeah, I can speak with animals.
Vedra, what are they called?
Chlorophyte.
Chlorophytes can do that?
I think this bard can do that.
I haven't met other chlorophytes that can, but I'm sure others can.
You can, like, talk to forest creatures?
Yeah, they can't
Okay.
talk to me, but I can talk to them.
That is an interesting setup.
Yup. I yell off the cliff. Hey, rocks!
Holy shit.
Oh, no.
That was like 60% volume right
That's
there.
it?
Yeah.
He just clipped the audio. The microphone shot.
Lee noticeably cringes.
This is right next to Lee, too.
Yep. I'm like, oh boy.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am.
What does the ability say, by the way?
Man, give me the book. No, I need Xanathars. No, I need Bolos.
I asked
We went
before
over
this.
this.
I didn't think I would need to give an exact definition. I know I have advantage. I have advantage on charisma checks against beasts and plants, and they can understand me.
Okay, rocks are monstrosities, technically.
Then they don't understand me.
But he
It's not
thinks
a
they
beast.
do.
Yeah.
Bullshit monstrosities, they are beautiful birds.
But that is a little bit weird. Like, why are they monstrosities instead of beasts? I feel like they're just magical beasts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other monstrosities are things like griffins, right?
Mhm.
And
Once again, a beautiful bird.
Yeah.
sure, but any kind of animal that you can make in a
Beautiful bird
science
cat.
lab. Yeah, is the monstrosity. And yeah, if you can picture a mad scientist like genetically engineering a rock, then it's a monstrosity.
Sorry, I just remembered that
Owlbears
griffins
are
are half
monstrosity,
cat, and I thought
So
about
every
little
animal from
griffins.
Spy Kids 2.
Yes, is a monstrosity.
I thought about how griffins are
Especially the
half cat,
slithers.
and
Ugh, they're awful.
now all I can think of is a griffin with like a baby griffin in a cardboard box with like the bird half perched and the cat half like stuck in the box. Perchy bird, box cat.
They don't seem to be listening to me.
I
Well,
think that's probably a good thing. I don't think I'm prepared to deal with a rock at this point in time.
so I guess we head back into that highball cave.
Oh,
Mm.
don't. Are we going down the eyeball tunnel?
There are other paths that you did not go down.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
are. Let's.
I have the map.
Eyeball tunnel seems last resort to me.
There are currently 3.5 unknown paths. The half one is the vertical one that we can't currently access because we
Yeah.
can't fly or throw rope or anything up there. The
Yeah.
3 ones, there was one turn right before the eyeball chamber, and in the center chamber, there were 3 paths. One that had natural lighting, one that was a rectangle that was man-made, and one that was a continuation of the jungle.
Yeah.
And we went down the natural lighting one.
Yeah.
Do you know someone who can help us get up on that vertical path?
Who's?
Lee.
I don't know if she wants
I
to
don't-
help us
I
right
don't
now.
want to
Ruckus
impose
kind of shouted
spells.
her ear off.
Spells are commodities, and I would not want to impose.
Hey, Lee! Can you fly us down there?
She's been a little bit distracted looking off and turns back and says, "Fly."
She getting over a breakup?
Ask her in character.
What?
I can't tell you that. I'm sorry. You have to ask in character. And
It's because Sarah's getting over a break.
turns and looks back and
No,
says,
he's getting over a breakup.
Lee, what's up?
"You asked me something."
I know. I was waiting for your answer.
"Oh, can I take you down to the jungle?
Yeah,
All of you?
just one at a time. Yeah,
Carry you all down to the jungle."
yeah. Just grab onto us and just slowly fly us down.
Do it one at a time.
Yeah.
I meant the mushroom. She can help us get up above that mushroom hole.
Oh.
That's a lot less of a distance.
Yeah. Again, that would require us to ask this woman to come back a pretty long way with
Lee-
us.
That is true.
I feel that we're imposing on you.
I do too.
Do you have do we have any way of sending her ascending? Is there a way we could get back in contact with you later, perhaps?
I can try to get back in contact with you later for our potluck. If you have any means of sending or any other form of communication, then be my guest.
Don't call me. I'll call you.
Yeah.
Out of character, this woman will kill us later. She is
Maybe.
so angry.
She's not
Yeah.
that. We haven't been that annoying.
Well, as the
We've been
adventure
a little-
progresses.
We've been a
Yeah.
little annoying.
We're gonna, every time we run into this woman, we're gonna bother her so much that eventually she becomes the ultimate villain.
Honestly, I feel like we haven't even done anything to bother her. All we've done is ask her for a small favor, and
Well,
we've.
it's not that small.
I mean, I accidentally shouted with her right next to me. That is, if she attacks us for that, it is on her. She is the. I also gave her an orange.
Chris is making as Adam talks are really good.
Yeah. I gave her an orange too, so that neutralizes the shouting thing. If she's a bitch, it's because she's a bitch. This has all been out of character. This is my out of
We
character
know,
Adam
this is
voice.
Adam.
Yeah.
I like the idea of handing someone an orange and then shouting at them. You can't be mad.
You can't be mad. I gave you an orange.
She says, "Oh, okay. How about look down there?" And she points down into the jungle at I believe I explained
The
this.
workshop. With a smokestack.
There's the workshop, but there's also a giant crystal,
Oh, yeah.
like sticking out of the
That's
forest.
That looks like bismuth, right?
Yeah, it has like a bismuth-y look. And it is huge. It's towering. It is more like a hill than like just like a small outcropping. The reason you can see the bismuthi crystal is because part of the top has been, looks like sort of drilled into and like dug away, because it is essentially like a geode sticking out of the forest. And she says, if you get down there and open up the crystal, then I will definitely be there. Ruckus, inside the crystal, is a friend.
Oh.
For me?
A friend for everybody.
Of course, of course.
But you see, this whole area, and I guess sort of why I'm back here, used to be ruled over by a very generous, kind being. This very kind ruler was locked away, was sealed in that stone prison,
Oh no.
and now a red dragon wants to rule over us. Well, wants to. It's not very good at it, but if you all can open up that geode and free the magnificent creature inside, then everybody would be grateful.
What color was Lee's hair again?
She's a redhead.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Just asking.
Anyway, cool. I would love to do that. Ah, man, if this person's a really nice person, then, I mean, can you imagine? We could build our friendship fort here.
We could talk about that. I think we'll get out of your hair, Lee. I think we got places we should be heading to. We got more of this set of tunnels to explore. Don't you agree, Sarah?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Yep. Sirad's got some cooking to do. I think we should head down one of those other tunnels and find somewhere to go.
And with that, we walk away from the potato chip.
Yeah.
Bye, Lee.
Bye.
I say that when I'm like 2 feet from her.
I'll see you at the potluck.
Right. You take care.
So,
I wonder what she's gonna bring to the potluck.
I don't know what she eats. So, I'm thinking that we go to the jungle tunnel, the tunnel where the jungle continued from the room with the three
Yeah.
paths. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Versus the man-made tunnel.
So we walk past. We passed the eyeball one.
Oh, don't look in there. Don't look in there. It is upsetting.
Leave that behind.
Can we pause for a moment? I'm gonna write
Yes.
some stuff down.
So Sarah, I know that you thought you felt like you had that prejudice egg on your face, but I think by the end there, I was a little spooked. That whole magnificent, kind, gentle leader friend thing sounded a little too good to be true. I don't know, something about the way she said it I found real off-putting. Is that just me? Am I the one with prejudice egg on my face now?
I think you might be.
No, I felt that too. I think we need to find other people who live here and see how they feel about the red dragon. We might have to meet the red dragon first. You know, just like the red dragon could be the good person, and in that geode could be, I don't know, Satan or something.
Who's that?
Yeah,
Who's
is
Satan?
That? Who is
So-
Is
Satan?
he friendly?
Growing up, Satan was part of my childhood stories, where it was this really large oak tree that whenever kids would walk by, it would swing down a branch and just whack it really hard, and a lot of kids died.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that's terrible.
Yeah, that's a real nasty
Wow.
tree.
Yeah, and its name happened to be Satan.
Satan sounds like a real son of a bitch.
Yeah, so if we open that geode and there's a Satan in there, I would not be pretty happy about freeing it.
Yeah, I think between Red Dragon Leader and Mysterious, Gentle, Kind, whatever Leader, I think both of those are sounding a little questionable to me, and I think we need more information before we go cracking open giant geodes.
I think we should definitely do it. There could be a really good person in there.
Ruckus, what if you make friends with the dragon and the dragon says there's a bad person in there? What are you gonna do then?
Well, I'll have to break it open and ask them if they're a good or bad person.
So I think we'll table this conversation for now, and we will come back to this whole friend thing later.
August, Sarah, can I tell you something over here in private really quick?
All right, guys, I'll just stand right here.
Yeah, thank you. We'll be right back, Ruckus.
In the hallway, you see Lee still standing over the potato chip. A little ways down.
We've
we've gotten out of
past
Lee's
the eyeball
earshot.
tunnel.
This is just for dramatic.
Okay.
You see Lee standing alone at the end of the tunnel, then Ruckus waiting, and then like the three.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so I think our focus should be keeping Ruckus away from that geosphere thing. If he gets his hands on it, he's just going to break it. You okay there, Chris? If Ruckus gets both of his hands on it, he can just rip it in half like those oranges.
That's my goal now. That is my goal.
Okay.
I would like some more information before we proceed in
That
that direction.
That does sound like something he would do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so
impulse control is not strong in
Okay,
this
so
situation.
we all agree, just to be safe and so we're all sure, we need to keep Ruckus away from that geode.
I'd like to stay away from that geode myself until I get some more information.
Yeah, if there are rocks hunting around there, there's probably something mighty dangerous down in the woods. So maybe we just steer clear of that whole area.
While you're having this conversation, Ruckus has taken a running leap and is swan diving into the forest. Just leaping at my friend. Yay! We left him alone too long. Yeah. Oh no.
Cut to a wide of like looking at Ruckus making the fall and just splattering on the bismuth.
Okay, for a second I thought, oh, we need to get a leash on him, and then all I could think of was August being yanked through the air by holding onto a leash.
What leash would stop Ruckus? They are
Absolutely
indestructible
Oh.
and super strong. Oh, I do have everyone's names written down.
Do you?
Yeah, George and Lee.
Okay, by everyone you meant two names.
It's the only two people we've encountered.
Yeah.
No, like when you said everyone, I was curious, but like, who does this mean? Is this backstory? Or
No, I do have all those
Oh,
names
yeah.
written down
Okay,
too.
okay.
Big old Chungus.
Big old Chungus, Mother Hernacia, Dilf Mackenzie, Crabble Stank, Stubble Butt, Zesty Lemon Zest,
Oh, that one
Glogolock,
sounds interesting.
Bubble Snewer. Zesty Lemon Zest is the Tiefling Zealot Barbarian. Depths Word and Alicia Chlorotica.
A really bad joke.
Yes.
Chlorotica.
Yeah. That was because remember we were trying to come up with names for
Plant sex.
chlorophytes, and so one of the things he came up with was Chlorotica, and I was like, well, that's too good a name.
Okay, but Dilf Mackenzie.
We all know what a MILF is.
Yeah.
Dilf is a dad I'd like to fuck.
Okay.
Hold on. I think
No,
Dilf Mackenzie is a private eye who also does porn.
Well, he was a wild magic sorcerer, and he was a gnome.
Did porn at night.
He does get
Or
around.
daytime. Usually daytime.
It's usually daytime. It's
How
9 to 5.
many of the people
Yeah.
on that list has Ruckus had sex with?
Just one, just Big Ol' Chungus. No, two.
And
Big
Stubblebutt,
Big Ol'
right?
Chungus and Stubblebutt. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zesty lemon zest. Dilf Mackenzie and Zesty lemon zest are real good.
All right, let's move on with this conversation. So the three of you are separate from Ruckus. What are you talking about? Are you done with that?
Yeah,
conversation?
it was
Yeah,
just
it was
that.
just impulse
and then,
control.
yeah,
And
and
now
we're back with Ruckus.
All right, so you group back up. You're looking down you walk down the hallway away from the potato chip hanging below the cavern ceiling, and you walk past the eye pit to your left, and are heading back to that center room that had all these branching paths coming off.
Well, before we head back there is another fork.
Yes.
Oh
there is
yeah,
another
we
one.
can go down
That
there.
goes back to Mushroom Land, though.
Not that we know of. We haven't traveled down this fork
Yeah.
yet. There is a forked path. Right as soon as we left the chamber and started heading down this hall, we had a choice to go left or right, and we went left.
Yeah, we assume it goes back to Mushroom Land, but we don't know.
I don't know why you
I
didn't
thought there
assume
were, like-
that. But
I thought there were like mushrooms growing in it and stuff.
were there, Chris?
I think there were just mushrooms around the area.
Currently,
Yeah.
glowing mushrooms are our light source.
Yes,
Yeah, they're like
they're
wherever.
kind of all over the place.
Always consider your light source when you're making a dungeon.
Mhm.
Yeah. So should we go down this pathway or should we go into the central chamber?
Well, I guess either. Maybe this one right
Good
here.
decision making skills, Sarah.
This one right here. You say and gesture at nothing.
I thought we were at the fork.
We are. Yeah.
So
Okay,
this one right here.
we trying
Cool.
trying the other side of the fork.
Alright, so you walk down this path. This path is a bit wider than the ones you've been going down already. And as you're walking down it, you notice that there is that same blue glowing light coming from the end. And as you reach the end of this hallway, it's in kind of like a wide room that has a hole in the ground. And when you poke over the hole, you do see the giant mushroom that you saw before. This connects
excellent.
Other than that, there's just more plants and mushroom stuff all over the walls.
We solved that riddle.
This
Yeah.
does not. I did not make my map to support this, so there we go.
Neither did I. Mine has a big old loopy mark.
Yep.
Mine supports this.
Yeah, because you made
Wonder
the
why.
map. It's your map.
I mentioned it.
What, that it went back that way?
That it might have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense. It works for my map.
Good call, Sirad.
Do we see anything else in this room?
There's nothing here. It's more plants and mushrooms.
I guess
Though,
it's just our fast travel.
from this height, the mushroom does look very bouncy.
Wait.
Is-
If I
What's
look
above
up,
us?
is there a
Yeah.
hole?
Is there another hole?
It's just a single stalactite pointing downwards.
Wait, is there anything we could tie a rope to in this room?
The stalactite.
There's not actually not a stalactite. It's the wall stuff here. There's lots of dirt, which I guess doesn't make much geological sense, but it's a magical dungeon that these plants are growing out of. So it's kind of like I would say comfortable with all the plants around.
Do we see any nests?
Nests?
Like for a big monster
For
that
a
may
big old
live here?
lizard boy.
Oh no, you don't see any big old lizard nests. And there is no hole above you in the ceiling or anything like that. This isn't like a secret. Like you jump on the mushroom and go up to the third floor. kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Do we get a power up though? We jump on
Only if
mushroom.
we eat the whole mushroom.
Jesus.
Well,
The whole 10-foot by 10-foot mushroom.
I can arrange that. I can just cut it up a bit, put it in a soup. You won't even know it's mushroom.
so I guess we could take this to get out, but we're not going to be able to
Yeah.
climb back this way and skip over that vine swinging situation.
Yeah.
Should we just head back to that central chamber and take another path? Cool!
So, I think we got more time to explore today.
Oh, there is something to tie rope off to.
Oh,
there is.
what is
Sorry,
there?
I realized I forgot to answer that question. This is some rocky outcropping or some
Oh,
rugged plants.
how much rope am I going to need to
Get down to
basically
the mushroom.
tie it off, have it reach the top of the mushroom?
15 feet.
Okay.
Cut off 15 feet of rope and do that.
10 feet.
Oh,
Because you don't need to
Because
reach the top of the mushroom, yeah.
5-foot drop.
Yeah.
Cut off 10 feet of rope and do that.
So you got a 40-foot rope
To
now?
climb back up, it will be harder because you have to grab it 5 feet up and just start
Hey, we all need a little drama in our lives.
Okay.
Plus,
Also,
the
I'm
shortest
7 feet
person
tall.
here is 5'9".
Yeah.
I mean, you still won't have your feet on the rope. You'll still be just
Also,
Pure
have I
ice.
mentioned my strength is 16?
Okay. My strength is 11.
I can pull that
Maybe-
rope and hold down the whole dungeon on top of it.
maybe you have a strength of 16, but it's all on your legs.
We know Ruckus has strong hands.
Or maybe you
What-
have.
What if you have
yes.
noodle arms and
Just
beefy
big
hands?
Well, the hand muscles are in the arm.
Maybe you're just
So I just have Popeye arms.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Maybe you're just like Rayman. You're just some floating hands and no arms.
Ooh.
No. Okay.
No. Absolutely not.
You a really beefy me.
I thought you were talking about me as in Maddy, but you mean me as in Nintendo.
No, me is a Nintendo.
A Nintendo
Mii's.
me.
Oh.
With just
yeah.
no legs, floaty hands, just really beefy ball hands.
Beefy
Are
ball.
you trying to do the meat?
I don't know that I didn't have a Wii, okay?
Do, do, do.
Anyway, to the central chamber.
So you turn back around and walk back down this pathway and approach the central chamber. As you are approaching it, everybody make a perception check.
Oh
Oh,
shoot!
that's not this way. This is your
Shoot,
passive
dang.
perception.
You are. But I had my eyes up for some reason.
No, we
Oh,
are paying attention. Anyway.
Well, I'm not. I got a natural one.
It happens.
Not paying
I also
attention.
got a natural one.
No.
Oh,
well,
no.
19.
and then I got a 13.
These boys are not.
Sorry,
paying
6.
attention
No,
over here.
15.
So on this group passive perception or perception check, you
Passive
failed.
perception?
And so you all write off mentally, for one reason or another, the kind of shaking of the ground that you feel.
We're underground. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a big scary dungeon. And as you are entering that central chamber again, a giant lizard-like creature is walking through the pathway that you pulled the rocks out of, that you cleared out of.
So do we kind of like enter the room at the same time?
Yep.
Like, oh,
Yep, exactly.
awkward.
You step in, and you all take a moment, look over at this giant sort of like brown creature. It has like a big rocky like carapace around its head. And like two small little like dinosaur front legs that are hanging down, and it walks on its big back legs.
Shit!
And it's covered in mud.
This is not the Monster Hunter monster I thought it was going to be.
So, Maddy, why are you afraid of it being bipedal?
Because it's
Because it reminds me of myself.
Yeah, like that means it can't attack you with its two front claws. It's
Or
got
it
to, like,
can attack with its front
You said it has
claws.
two
Maddy.
It's two tiny
No.
little dinosaur hands.
Yeah.
And its head is really big.
Yeah,
Like-
the head
like
is what
this.
they gotta be worried.
Okay, yeah, I'm worried because it can get that like forward, like hip forward bipedal run, where it slams its rocky head against us and we splatter. There's a
Well-
dinosaur that does that.
That is something to be worried about.
Yes.
As you are entering this.
Because it's fucking charge us.
And it doesn't seem like it's in the best of moods. As it turns
I hope
at
no
you.
one cracked open its baby's eggs.
As it turns at you, and like lifts its leg like
Chris,
a charging bull.
I have a very important question.
Okay.
Does it have predator forward-facing eyes or side eyes like a bird, so that it has to give us a spooky bird side eye?
Oh.
It has to give you a spooky bird
Oh
side
no!
eye, I think.
Does it give us a spooky bird side eye?
Yes.
Oh no!
What I'm going to say now is roll initiative.
Cool.
Damn it! Oh, it's another natural one, and I have a -1 dexterity.
You die. You freeze up and die.
That's exactly.
Let's see what you get.
13.
Good.
12.
I got an 11. Cool. So it's gonna be
The boy's
it's
gonna
gonna
die.
be monster first probably, and then Ulises, Jordan,
You dead boy.
Kuzma. It's your boy Kuzma. That's all I'm gonna when I hear your boy.
Same.
It's your
Okay.
boy. It's your boy Guzma.
My favorite
It's your
Pokemon
boy,
Sun and Moon.
Goose. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I showed Chris this picture. There's a really, really cute art somebody did of a Rowlet dressed up as Guzma,
right. Yeah.
and the caption is, "It's ya Boyd." Really cute.
So, first in initiative order is Sirad. So you get a moment to react to the... Let's call him Baroth now. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
To the Baroth that's giving you the scary bird side eye. I just remind you about this room you're in. It is the central pathway. It is currently blocking the pathway from the room where you found George, and you have to clear rocks out of the way.
Yeah.
There are also two other paths coming out of this. One that is rectangular and looks, I think you all said, like man-made
Yeah.
earlier. And then one that is straight across from where it is.
Yeah.
That is going into basically more swamp.
And that's what we were gonna do.
Yeah. And you are right now in front of the path. You know what's going on.
Are any of the paths too small for this thing to fit in?
The minute, right?
The
God, I hope so.
yeah, actually, yeah,
It
you're right.
is.
The man-made one
Yeah.
is too small. Also, the eyeball path is too
Yeah,
small.
the
if you
one
wanna
that's right
turn
behind
around and
us
run
and-
back and run back towards the eyeball.
Every time I see a barrel.
I'll take eyeballs over this any day. And I turn around. And I run.
Okay, this is book it.
Yep.
Action,
Sirad!
I wasn't expecting this.
action to dash.
Yes.
All right. So if you turn around and run, use your action dash, you can get right into like the entrance of the passageway down towards the eyeballs, which is you are in like too small of an area, but other people are going to have a little bit of a harder time getting past you.
Everyone this way, he won't fit in here.
He won't fit over there either, as I point to the man-made path.
Sarah,
Yeah, but that's closer to it.
you do have to run across the room to get to it.
How? What's the room size?
It
Diameter. Like, what's the distance?
is a 30-foot diameter.
Oh,
Easy.
okay. So that's
Yeah.
Make
that's
that
dash.
one turn. How do I have time to like scan this bear off to see if it can one-shot me, basically?
You can take an action to make a perception check. I'm gonna
Okay.
Action.
I am gonna try and run past the bear off to the mouth of that man-made tunnel and then percept. Just I should do that first, but I've committed.
You can do it. No, you can do it midway. You can run 15
Yeah.
feet, perceive, continue running.
Yeah, that's the verse.
Let's
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me perceive if I'm gonna get one-shotted.
Ooh.
Looking at a 6,
How much health do you have?
9.
This is a big thing. Yeah, it looks like it can splatter you pretty good.
So I run 15 feet forward, and I'm staring at this Varrock. The gears like click together, and I turn around and I run back.
Can you run back?
Wait, back
I
into
run
our
back
tunnel?
towards us.
Oh, okay.
So
Back
you don't
to the
want to run
eyeball
across
tunnel.
in front of it?
If you do that, you're getting right back where you started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't dash.
You'll
You
be
took
in
your
the
action.
mouth.
I
Be
thought
in
you
the
were gonna
mouth
go
of
across
the-
the man.
Either way, you'll be in the mouth of an entrance.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the mouth.
So
of
it is the
no
same
way.
either way.
No,
Yeah.
he can't get back to the eyeball tunnel with that if he can
No,
grab.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
have to
he-
go. I have to go that deep for it to not get me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be
Oh,
in the mouth of the
Then
tunnel.
yeah, I'm
either
just
way.
gonna-
That could fit, yeah.
the gears click, and I'm not gonna fight it. I'm just gonna go straight for the square tube.
All right, you run right over to the entrance of the square like Maddy tunnel. Ruckus.
Oh, guys, why are we splitting up? Hey, lizard. Please don't eat me. Please don't eat my friends. We don't mean you any harm. I have advantage on this check if it's a beast.
Yeah, can it understand you automatically?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Animals, beasts can always understand me.
Okay.
Yeah. And I get say what?
Like emotionally?
Yeah. And physically and mentally in every way I want
Oh, okay.
And I got a 19 to persuade it just to leave us alone. It doesn't need to be permanent.
Just long enough.
Just long enough.
To pick a tunnel.
Yeah.
What was the number? Sorry.
19.
19. With a 19, to your action to persuade it, you notice it it turn away from it was watching Sarah run across the room, and it turns away and looks
Pigeon
at
eyes.
you and sort of looks down for a moment. There's a little bit of reluctance, just like a tiny spark of reluctance.
Enough reluctance.
Enough?
Enough to not kill us.
Maybe.
We'll find out.
All right, Sarah. I can't whisper. All right, Sarah. You need to come back, okay? Very slowly.
What if y'all come this way though? It won't fit in here neither.
All right, Sirad, you need to come this way, very slowly. And I'll use my movement to go across to the entrance of the tunnel.
All right. Because Sarah is in the way, you cannot get into the tunnel. You're
Yeah,
saying
no.
just outside.
However, while I'm doing this, I'm doing it slowly, very pacifistically. And if it does look like it's gonna, like it's not liking my movement, I do want to turn around. Yeah.
Okay. You move over slowly, and it doesn't seem to pick up its feet or try to move towards
It
you.
just
looking
gives you
at
the
me.
pigeon
Yeah.
side eye.
And now it is the Baroth's turn, and the Baroth is going to step forward, kind of slowly. It's only moving 10 feet forward, which is definitely to the point that if you were to run across,
You'd be within its range.
yeah, so it will be able to get the attack of opportunity if you run past it. But it's just sort of slowly moving into the room. It's not charging at anybody. And that's all it's going to do. Except as it gets closer, you all can see on its rocky scales, just giant globs of mud, falling off of it and dripping onto the ground.
Like it got mud on it, or it makes mud.
Like a god mud.
Okay.
Hey, guess what, Maddy?
What?
You don't need to trigger an attack of opportunity. If you move diagonally, you can move because Chris operates not under the 1-2-1 rules. You can, instead of making a straight path, do a 90-degree angle triangle on that path, and it will be the same amount of distance, 30 feet, and you won't trigger attack of opportunity. Just saying.
The Baroth takes another step forward. So it's now in the center of the room. It's a 30-foot diameter room. It's a 10-foot by 10-foot monster. It can hit everywhere.
Now it can. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Just.
Anyway, after the Baroth goes August.
Sirad, there are 2 people on the other side now, and there are 2 of us on this side, and they seem real pushy about going on that side. I think, we should try to go on that side before the room is filled with monster. If I run across to the other side of the room, will you come with me?
He's gripped by fear.
I don't want to leave a man behind, but I don't want to be left behind either. I feel like splitting the party is a bad idea.
I feel like I'd have to try, but it's kind of taken up the room now, hasn't it?
You can't. It's like 30 feet across there. If I really try, I could probably run about 60 feet. So just go barreling into him on the other side.
If y'all get behind me, I think I can keep it still. Maybe.
Thank you, sir. Sirad, I'm gonna run for it. I'm gonna run for it. Please come with me. And August is gonna dash so that he can run around the diameter of the room, so that he can try to keep as far a distance from this beast as possible and still make it to the man-made door. And then kind of try to dive behind Ruckus.
Jordan is Sarah's currently
In the doorway.
inside the mouth of the door.
And
I'm
Ruckus
currently
is
right
next.
outside.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get behind Ruckus if I can.
Technically, there is no spot there in D&D rules,
Yeah.
but in real life rules, there should be. I guess.
Yeah, I think if you're
Chris,
dashing,
am I allowed to like kind of
Get
shimmy and
shouldered
shake?
out of
Because
the
I have
way.
the highest AC, so I think I should still be in front.
yeah, I think with dashing you can get around the room and behind them. Because moving
Yeah.
through allies is just like no
Yeah.
technically. So yeah, you can just I don't have this all drawn out grid by grid. You carefully sprint.
Yeah. Oh, he runs. He runs
Okay.
real hard. Sirad, you can make it. I promise you can make it. Please don't get left alone.
You sprint around the room, and the bear that was looking at Ruckus before, like kind of calm, is now like turning and sort of like turning around the room, following August with
He
its
cries a little.
side
He
eyes.
cries just a little
The
bit.
bear off does?
August cries a little bit.
Like watching August, and it seems to be like getting mad again, like the spark of reluctance has faded.
It's here.
And August runs behind everybody into the hallway. Which brings us back to the top where Sirad is very far away.
You're 30 feet to the mouth of this chamber.
No, I
60
turned
feet.
around and dashed
Oh, you
completely
Dash
away.
all the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so run to the mouth and then hold on for a minute.
I don't think this is a good idea, everyone.
I
I
was peer
shout.
pressure.
Yeah, I can't
shout
hear him.
so far down the tunnel. Sirad! We'll keep him busy! Maybe!
Meanwhile, you see down in the forest like a bunch of birds fly out of the trees.
So I guess I run and dash back to where we started.
Alright, you run and dash back where you started in the open on the edge of the room in front of the bear.
Guys!
If you don't move, it can't see you.
Can anyone else fact check this, please?
I don't know if that's what happened. All I know is that I'm very scared.
I'm carrying lizard steaks on me right now.
Don't say that! It can't hear you!
It's okay, it doesn't speak common.
You don't know that!
Do you know common?
I don't
Oh god, it sounded like a yes!
Don't tell it you have lizard steaks on it.
It's got a nose.
Oh no! Adam! Why would you do this to us?
Ruckus has an intelligence of 8.
Oh my gosh. So that makes me wonder, how does a lizard understand the word steak?
Well, because it's understanding just like the abstract concept of what it
The
is.
abstract concept of steak.
And this lizard definitely understands what meat is.
Alright, so Sarah, what are you gonna do?
So I'm gonna inch forward a little bit so that Ruckus and when Sirad gets here, they have enough room to get into the tube.
There's a lot of room behind them, so
Oh, okay.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, so like you can continue now. Like this hallway is many feet like further.
Okay. Basically, I want to hold the line and I want to hold the line and also take the dodge action to just try and keep this bear off distracted.
Nice. Okay. Ruckus, your turn.
So the thing's in the middle of the chamber, right?
Yeah, so it's standing in the middle of the chamber. Running around it is dangerous unless you're going to be dashing around it.
Yeah. I
I was playing with my ponytail holder and I like moved wrong and it disappeared and I didn't know where it went and I found it in the corner.
Ruckus, your turn.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do? I thought playing Barbarians was so easy. All you do
Yeah.
is you just hit the thing.
Yeah, but now like we're back into it, so I think like what was I thinking?
WWRD.
Yeah, what was I thinking? I continue. I pull out my axe and I make a persuasion check while I was holding the axe just like this.
Casually.
No, axe is back. Axe is back. I just have both my hands out, and I say again like,
Whoa, girl.
yeah, whoa, just calm down. Everything is okay. We don't want to hurt you. And a 19 again.
Whew.
I really like this precedent that we're setting of just like every NPC I make and like monster everything. It's just a total bitch.
Are we making
It's all right. It's there's someone's gonna come from that side and to our side, and it's okay. They're not food. They taste really bad.
George has see, exactly. You complained about George, you complained about Lee, now you're probably gonna complain about this creature.
What's his name?
The creature.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure
So
is.
yeah, you should know everything.
Okay, I mean I know, but I can
Oh.
just tell you.
Alright.
Um,
We have to-
Once he gets by, once Sirad gets by.
And it gets out a big like huff, and seems to be like a little bit reluctant again, slowly moving instead of charging forward like it really wants to do. Now it's turn, and it is going to kind of approach Ruckus. There's still room to like creep around Ruckus to get into the path, but it's definitely
Good.
further.
Good. I check underneath it.
There's around.
Are you
No.
looking for
Good
a dick?
lizard. Good lizard.
Are you looking for genitals?
I was looking for babies. Good.
Oh.
Good lizard.
Oh no, there's just you can just see like mud dripping off.
Hey, you're a nice lizard, aren't you?
It gives off a
Yes. That means yes.
Does it?
August.
I think so.
Still very tense.
August is gonna move a little ways down the tunnel, so there is room for Sirad. And he is going to just prepare a firebolt if necessary, but hopefully not necessary.
All right. What's the trigger on the just when necessary?
When necessary. If the behemoth tries to attack somebody, then August is gonna firebolt it.
All right.
Because I assume I'm within 120 feet.
Yes,
I
definitely.
think I can hit Sirad from here.
Sirad, you definitely could. Sirad, you're on the other side of the chamber, and you can see the monster approaching Ruckus.
The monster
around the
does
side.
have 3/4 covered or half covered because there are two people in the way.
Oh,
True.
Yeah. And then I'm guessing Sirad probably has total cover because there's a giant lizard in the way. So yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna shoot Sirad.
I mean, you could.
Yeah, I could.
Well, you couldn't if you.
Yeah, I
wanted.
could hit him.
I think rules is. Well, yeah, I guess. We don't want to talk about rules. That's done. Sometimes when it's attractive to you. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
Just run around the outside, Sirad.
It turns and looks
Yeah,
at you.
Don't make that noise. Just walk around slowly, Sirad.
But like quickly and dash.
Well, yeah, walk around slowly but quickly.
Briskly, if you will.
I'm just yelling different speeds.
So I dash and run. I yelled a little at first, and then the yell goes away as I get closer to the lizard, and I just can't make any sounds.
So you're just trying to run past into the hallway?
Yeah.
Right, so you dash and run like around like past your
He's
allies.
got dice.
And you just run past it. It doesn't matter. It's still Sarah.
Stop.
Okay, everyone's in the tunnel, so I'm gonna start punching my way back. I mean,
I will be
Ruckles.
Ruckles.
That'd be a cute nickname.
Ruckus is our lizard whisperer right now. So I'm just gonna inch back for the squid. I'm gonna remain the shield for the squishies and like inch back into the tunnel. All right, Ruckus, we're ready to go.
I'm gonna roll an insight check to think. It doesn't look like this thing will let me write it. A
Ruckus.
10.
Come on. Give us a T-Rex.
It doesn't fit in the
Um,
tunnels.
No, it doesn't look like it's gonna let you ride it.
All right. We'll meet later, okay? Remember, my name is Ruckus. Bye. And I back away slowly.
Um,
I hope we don't read it later.
And I hope it didn't take an attack opportunity.
as you all are backing into the tunnel, and you now can take a little moment to feel like to reach out and like touch the walls. There's no mushrooms growing in here, so it's actually gets darker as you're backing up, and you can feel that the walls kind of like cold, and it's like a smooth. It looks like bricks, basically, like big stone bricks.
I pull out 4 of the 5 mushrooms I have and hand them out so we're all holding one.
Well, I've got the flashlight.
I cast the light cantrip.
I put the mushrooms back in my bag.
And the
No,
mushrooms-
I want mine.
I
I hold the mushroom.
And thank you,
appreciate
Ruckus.
it.
I hold 2 of the mushrooms.
The mushrooms are also dimming a little bit, like over time.
I'm sleeping.
I cast light on the mushroom. Mine stays bright.
It, Sirad. I'll keep a hand free, just for magical purposes, but appreciate it.
And as you all are like backing away slowly, the Baroth rears back and sort of pushes its head against the opening. And as it does that, you like dust falls from above you, and like the walls and the bricks like shake.
I reach out and pet.
Oh boy!
It takes your hand
Wait,
off.
its
Ruckus.
head. Wait, does its head fit inside the entrance?
No.
Okay.
It's just that. Oh boy, was more like I would not do that.
Yeah, I reach out, I
personally.
pet it, and I kick you back away.
I pull out my squirt bottle. No!
Bad.
Bad!
Fair enough.
Yeah, you touched the top of its head essentially, as it's like it's hit the entrance. It's not like going in, and you can feel that it's basically just like rocks, like this big, just like hard battering ram head carapace thing. It's just rock solid, and you feel it and get your hands a little muddy. And it doesn't quite look like it was doing a full force attack at the door. These things just
Trying to follow us.
kind of like
it's
goats.
our friend.
They have hard heads and can like butt their heads up against things.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
so it was sort of hitting this in a threatening way, but not full force attack.
I think we should head further down this hallway before this thing decides to hit a little harder.
Agreed. The inching continues.
Are you all inching backwards now?
I mean, I'm still going backwards.
I never
August
looked
is-
back. I just kept running.
August is about to
Okay.
break out into a run.
I take out an orange from my bag and I rip it in half, and I put I put a little half. I roll it just toward the door at its mouth.
You roll half an orange.
Toss it.
Yeah, I just kind of
It
like
gets
it
real
doesn't
dirty.
roll perfectly. It just kind
It
of
gets
tumbles
real
a little
dirty.
bit.
Like on the side, it still has a circle.
Okay.
It rolls. It can roll.
Make a dexterity check.
It's
Okay,
dirty.
sure.
It's a very dirty orange.
3.
You go to roll it and it just sort of like flops onto the half open. Like,
Alright, well then I pick it up and I toss it.
Okay, make a
Just
strength
show it
check.
distance. Strength check for
you hit it in the face.
a lot. 17.
You toss the orange in front of it, and you see it kind of struggles due to like the big shape of its head to like put its mouth on the ground. But you do see it like lean down and like a big tongue come out and it pick up the orange.
Bye.
Just eats the whole thing.
Yeah,
Just peel it off.
Oh,
That's
what-
how Ruckus does it. Ruckus, they just take the orange and they just take a bite out of
With
it.
the
Peel and
peel.
all. Peel and all.
Oh.
Wow. So like an orange lasts a while for Ruckus.
Oh,
Like
really?
Like it's got, he just chews through it like that quickly. I feel like it would take a while. To, like,
I don't know. Ruckus has strong teeth. Their
okay.
teeth are made of stone. No, their teeth are made of bone, like anyone else's, but
Strong
strong
bones.
bones.
All right.
Ruckus,
Spider.
I'm sorry I doubted you. You make friends a lot easier than I thought possible.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I made friends with all of you, right?
This is true. You remind me very much of my sister, and anybody with a way with animals, happy to listen to you.
Can we not run near the big monsters next time, please?
I think that one was on you. You could have went around.
I think Sirad means not anywhere near the monsters. I think
Oh.
he means back to the eyeball
In
room.
general.
Yeah.
Well, we know it's back there and we can't proceed.
Well, we can climb down the ice.
Do you really want to touch those things? I do not want to touch
Remember
those
what you
things.
just said about not approaching the monsters?
Yeah.
I think those count as the monsters.
They're smaller. Kind of like the
Maybe.
lizards. The small lizards were okay.
Were they?
We're gonna eat a small lizard. We can't eat that.
I mean, carefully and for a much longer period of time. If we had to.
So what's down this tunnel?
As I guess August and Sirad have turned
Yeah.
around and are looking at
Yeah.
And August has the flashlight,
Yes.
and so is using this very clever wind-up flashlight and sort of panning it back and forth. This hallway is not very wide. Like I said, like it's obviously not big enough for it. It's only a few feet across, and it actually comes to an end probably sooner than you would like.
Damn.
Yeah.
As you walk back for another few moments, you do see that there is a door, kind of like a big, like bigger than like your regular just like house entrance door, made out of this looks like a metal material. And as you're approaching it, you see that the whole door is laid with like etchings and carvings. And at first it looks artistic, but after a moment, you paying more attention, especially you, August, you actually notice that there is actually some artificery on the door.
Okay.
And this sort of has this sort of like dark blue metal kind of color as you're approaching it, and it's very cold and inviting. And as you put your hand on the door, you can actually feel the door itself and the wall that it's laid into, which is more of this dark blue metal, is physically cold to the touch.
Would this metal happen to be adamantine?
No, it's
Okay.
not.
Or electrum?
It's not electric.
Okay.
If it is, we just rip the door off the wall and carry it back out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Got our loot.
Electrum is gold and silver, like an
Okay.
alloy of gold.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So you said the cave feels cold. Is it wet at all?
silver. The bricks, a little
That
bit.
damp
It's like
brick feel?
This whole area has a damp, moist,
Squishy.
humid feel. But the metal walls, no, not really.
But like the cave walls.
Actually, I guess the metal walls would, because they would probably condense.
A little condensation.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, the bricks do feel a little bit moist.
Chris,
While August is busy with the door, can I reach into my cooking pack, take out a kitchen towel, and just kind of make my kitchen towel wet with this water by like wiping it down
on the brick?
on the metal like walls?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then I'm gonna just rinse it out into my pot and over time fill it with as much water as I can.
The bug pot?
Yes.
water?
I only have that one pot, so yes.
So you're
Sure.
taking
Brick
metal
water.
dungeon door water
And putting it in
through
pot
a
of
rag
bugs.
Mhm.
in
Kitchen
this,
towel.
Into a
kitchen
pot of
towel.
bugs.
I mean, yeah,
This is
you can
nasty.
start on this trek
Okay.
because that's gonna take quite a few like soaking
Wipe
up
downs.
and bringing out. Like
Yeah. This is nasty.
Also, yes, gross.
Nasty boy.
Have any of you seen another water source so far?
I pat the water skin on my hip.
Yeah.
That's not enough to make soup with.
No, but it's enough to drink.
I mean, the bugs do tend to have a lot of
Why
water.
do you always
in
have to
them.
make soup?
Because I
I
have
thought
a
you were
pot.
making burger. Excuse me. I thought you were making mushy boys.
Boys, God, that's the worst. Chris, do I recognize any of the artificial symbols on this door?
I'm going to want you to make an intelligence check.
That is a 17.
Um,
For once, I rolled decent today.
so with you said a 17, right?
Yes, it was a 17.
You look at them and there's a lot of articles scratched into the door. It looks like from like the number of articles that this is meant to carry like a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Because I mean we've talked about how this works before, but the way that it works is a lot like electricity, where a bigger wire or more articles, bigger etched in runes,
Yeah.
can conduct more electricity, more of the energy better.
Yeah.
The articles tend to be moving from a transmit subject to a rotate verb.
Okay.
Do you know both of those already?
I know transmit. I do not know rotate. I don't believe. I've never seen a rotate before.
So rotate rune It uses energy from the artificer leading up to it to move objects in a circle around the edge of the room.
Okay.
So it also requires a 50 gold worth gemstone. And you notice that in the center of the rotate rune, there is a little notch where you could put a gemstone, and there is no gemstone.
Oh,
there
there is
right
no
now.
gemstone.
But taking a closer look, you can see that this contraption is that this door does not only have these articles and runes etched into them. You can see that there is a sort of moving lock mechanism along the rotate that is set in there.
Yeah. So the rotation is to move the lock pieces.
Yes.
Okay.
The transmit subject is also missing the gemstone that it requires in order to transmit.
So we'd need 2 gemstones for this.
We need 2?
Potentially? Would we need 2? Do you think we'd need 2 or just 1?
So for rotate, it requires a 50 gold gemstone to be put in the middle. In order to function, that focuses the energy. And then for transmit, the way that transmit runes work is they come in pairs. You send from one to another, and you use both the runes, how they're written out, and the gemstone to determine what it sends to. So you need basically 2 25 gold gemstones to send from one transmit rune to the other.
Okay, so technically we need 3 stones.
Do you know if it will consume the gemstones?
It shouldn't consume the gemstones.
Let's just use it like a conduit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the transmit, it's part of the key that tells you where to transmit it to.
Yeah. So basically, there's a transmit on this door, and there's a transmit somewhere else.
Yeah. This is the receiving side. Of transmit,
so. But I if I look around, I don't see the sending transmit.
Nope.
Okay.
But I mean, you have paper and stuff, right?
Yes.
So you can take note of the design of it, and you could theoretically make your own transmit rune elsewhere that looks the same. If you have the two gemstones.
Do that.
Do you relay all this information?
I can. Probably in a way that makes a little bit of sense, but not 100%.
I don't
fully.
get it.
It's full of jargon. There's a lot of jargon happening.
It's been a good ride. Are the bugs in the pot still alive?
What would have killed them?
The water.
Me running?
The lid covering it and depriving them of oxygen.
You know what? While I'm wringing water in there, I notice they're still crawling. I take one of my rocks and just start squishing them.
Oh, no.
Gross.
That looks delicious!
Oh, no.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Oh,
It'll be ready in way later, Ruckus. It'll be more delicious later.
Okay, good.
Ulises, this kind of bothers me because I know you know how to cook.
Do I?
Yeah.
So, August, can we get through this door?
Not at this point in time. I can create another rune, but I'll need at least 2, maybe 3 gemstones for this. For each of the transmit runes and for the rotation rune. So if I can find some gemstones lying around, I could probably generate enough energy to open this door. But I don't see any gemstones lying around. So
Perception. Do I see gemstones lying around? Oh. 6.
Nope, no gemstones lying
Minus
around.
2?
Oh, that was an 8, not a 3. What, 11, but still
Nope,
no.
no gemstones lying around.
Was there? Did I see a gemstone on the lizard? On the
big
lizard? On the big lizard, but
Just
when
like
I ran
earrings?
past it.
No.
Okay.
So,
Maybe pinky rings.
I don't know, but does that mean there's only one path left for us to travel?
Looks like.
Think Lizard Lane, unless
Hold
we
on.
want to go back to its eyeballs.
Lizard Lane? Is that from the story of the superhero?
No,
I know where this
No.
ends. And it's
Anyway.
not worth the journey.
Should we climb down the eyeball stalks, or should we continue in the jungle?
So as I start putting the lizard steaks into the pot with mushed water and bugs, I think we should go down the eyeball stalks. It might be the only way left right now.
Can we climb down those, or are they just gonna
Well-
break right off?
Ruckus is pretty good friends with that lizard now.
How when you're friends with someone, you have a certain number of friendship points that you can expend. I don't think I currently have enough with that lizard to do that.
Well, maybe No, I guess it could only go down that one path.
Like, you know how, like, when you just meet a coworker, you couldn't ask them to, like, host your bar mitzvah, but you could ask them to, you know, hand you that donut over there. I couldn't do that with the lizard right now. I realized I now have to define what a bar mitzvah is and what a donut is. A bar mitzvah.
I know donuts.
Yeah, I know what a donut
Okay,
is.
good.
What
I'm
is
glad.
a bar mitzvah?
I'm glad you've heard of the furbolg delicacy known as donuts. Are yours also just giant beetles that you bite into?
No, that is not what I thought a donut was.
I think humans probably just took them and made them into some.
You know
bread
what it
product.
was? For us back
Yeah.
home, our donuts are.
Doughy boys, as you call them, I'm sure.
Some people do call them doughy boys, but those people are jackasses. Our donuts are little balls of bread filled with red jelly. So maybe along the way,
So
a furball
yeah.
did bring a donut.
It looks,
Huh.
it looks like the beetles.
It
Yeah.
mimics a beetle, but it is made of food and not bugs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once they get the red color and jelly, they put bugs into it, you know.
Well, wait.
That's gross.
Food and not bug? But what?
Sorry, where I come from, bugs are generally not food except for children, and that is frowned upon by adults.
Oh.
So,
Oh, that makes sense. They want to give all the children the good food.
sure. That's exactly it.
Anyway, a bar mitzvah,
What is a bar mitzvah? I've never
It's-
heard of that.
it's a party you have when you come of age.
When do you come of age?
You know, that depends person on person. Some people come of age when they're 25, some people come of age when they're 16. But it really just matters who you are.
I feel enlightened, Ruckus. Thank you.
I don't know if I've had a bar mitzvah.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't-
we can
I
throw
don't-
one. We can throw one. Well,
Maybe when we get back into town.
okay.
Town seems like the town for bar
It
mitzvah.
seems like we do have to go down the eyeball tube.
Oh,
There's only a path.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's
it's
forgetting
lizard
about this.
lane.
Yeah.
It's full of lizards.
We gotta go
Wait.
down. We gotta go past
Oh,
the
no,
lizard
I
no matter
meant you
what.
can go jump off the potato chip.
Oh, well, then
into
there are
the
3
forest.
paths we can go.
That is 300 feet, sir.
That is
Why
surely
you do that
death.
accent?
I mean, it's another
I
path.
know.
Hey, I'm the DM. I'm not even there. How are you even hearing this?
That's all right. Yeah, right now we technically have 3 paths. We have the lizard, we have the jungle path, which the lizard has been patrolling. We have the eyeball path, and we have the
Jump off the fucking cliff.
So I really don't want to do the eyeball tube.
Don't either.
But I guess if we're patient, we could wait for the bear off to like go back towards the swamps, and then we go down the jungle path.
Sure,
just
and we can
ahead
get
of it.
trapped in there, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that is going to be a
Yeah,
dead
I
end
guess that
like
would
this
happen.
That was a little too direct for Ruckus, but whatever.
one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I am all for climbing down that eyeball tube.
Oh,
Did you try talking to them?
I did. They didn't respond though.
they don't show up on the scan. I didn't use the scanner on that big lizard. What a disappointment.
Well, we can do that now.
From outside the path you're in, you suddenly hear the sounds of like things being thrown, and like the sounds of like things like bouncing off of like rocks,
Oh no.
and like little footsteps, and also little voices, kind of.